Hello, hello friends. Simon Says Stamps Handmade Holiday Release, November 2021. Trying to even remember what month it is. I am a disorganized mess. But anyway, this is the release and review because there's so much to show you guys. And as always, disclaimer, I work with Simon Says Stamp. They send these products to me. I don't have to do these release and reviews at all. I just like doing them. You guys always request them. Yeah, so this release, light on the stamps and dies. It's like embossing folders and other amazing things. Yeah, let's just like literally, like I have a stack of embossing folders, but let's do the stamps first. I have like this much space. I've been saying it for the last little while. I am very disorganized. I have a mess to clean up. But anyhow, so this first stamp set, this is the Love, Peace, Joy Rainbow set. A very different take. You know, when you think holiday, you don't really think rainbow, but it's such a cute idea. So you have solid rainbow pieces and the words. So you can use either or that do them together, which is really cute. And then you have separate little words and little elements that you can use to create a little scene. There is a coordinating wafer die set that will die cut out the rainbow and the different little elements. So we have that one. And then there's this fabulous one. This is a big one. This is the Thankful Wreath set. Love the large wreath. Love the sentiments. Just love it a lot. Wreaths work for so many things, and I don't know, I think this is really pretty. I don't really do like Thanksgiving themed cards very often, but I like how this is like, thank you for the gift of your friendship, you know, grateful and thank you, grateful and thankful, thank you, you know, like this just works and I really like it. And I like all the little companion sentiments. It's just a really nice set. There's that one. And then we have this one. This is the Real Leaves set. And when it's stamped, when the image is in black like this, you see some of the detail, but I know these are going to look fabulous. Stamped, like, ink them up with like oxide inks and get different colors, etc. I think they'll look really, really pretty. And then you've got a bunch of little sentiments in that. So yeah, thanks for all you do. Heartfelt thanks, you know. Love it. So that one. And then we have another big one. This is the Mixed Labels set. So you can use this to create like actual labels, you know, like this book belongs to, like, especially like they're obviously like towards more like making labels for books. But I was thinking like just backgrounds too. Especially if you're into the more vintage style, like to stamp these and use them, or like create your own ephemera with them. That could be, because you could use like the frames and like stamp some florals inside them. I don't know. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, ooh, some of these would look really nice. Or just to use them as to frame a sentiment for your cards. So that one. And then we've got, I forgot to open the package, this great big background stamp. This one is large. This is the Night Before Christmas stamp, and it's red rubber on cling foam. And just like several of the other background stamps that Simon has, like parts of it pop out. So the little reindeer and Santa's sleigh pops out. So you can use those on your own, which I thought was really cute, because I was like, ooh, I could like, you know, make my own background and then stamp that. All same with the little villages along the bottom. Those are separate. So you can stamp them in different colors, stamp the background, etc. So you can stamp this background in, you know, ink blend it in different colors, stamp that in black, or heat emboss it in like gold. You know, there's options. So there's that one. So those are the stamps. And then, yeah, a literal stack of embossing folders. There's so many. Like so many, and they're just, I've already done a video on this one. This is the Pine Bouquet embossing folder. That's the video that I did this with, and I just colored it after embossing it onto Desert Storm. I colored it with Copic markers. I'll have a link to that video at the end of this one. So as always with Simon's embossing folders, there is info on the Simon website, like with each of these, that lists the different like sandwich options depending on the die cut machine you're using, because it varies. I always show what I use when I do mine, and it's kind of different for everyone, but it's all explained because these are like 3D embossing folders, so they're thicker than standard embossing folders, so it just takes a little tweaking. So this is another favorite. This is the Snowflake Visions embossing folder, and I just like, I love it. Can never go wrong with snowflakes. I know I sound like a broken record. So I got that one, and then we have the River Damask embossing folder. Again, like the detail is just, and I love, the thing I love too about the 3D embossing folders is you can get a different look depending on what side you use. Like this is the front and then the back. Like it just depends what you're going for, you know? Like, I really like that. So that's that one. And then we've got some scene type folders. So there's this one. This is the Snowy Path. And of course, yeah, I did all of these on Desert Storm. I couldn't resist. There's just, I don't know, something about it. So there's that one. And then there's the Little Village. So same idea. You've got a little village and just all the little detail and everything. And this one especially would be really easy to just quickly cut around this. And then you could do like an ink blended background, etc. Like, love it. So there's that one. And then there's this one. This is the Snowflocked Hills. So you've got the hills and the trees and then the little stars in the background. And it's just, you can't help but play with them. So we got that one. And then we have this one. This is the Winter Trees, which would pretty much work for like all sorts of occasions. So the Winter Trees, like all that detail, again, love. That one. And then we've got this one. This is the Sprinkle Snow Globe. Sprinkle Snow Globe. This is another favorite. This is the Christmas Cookies. So Christmas Cookies. Again, just the detail. Love. So Christmas Cookies, Holly Branch. And again, like, depending on what side you use, you just get a different look. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So Holly Branch. Here's another scene. This is the Pine Tree Meadow. Pine Tree Meadow. Another snowflake one. This is the Swirling Snowflakes. So it's got the snowflakes that are like deeper etched and then like the swirls. Love. And then we've got this fabulous one. This is the Christmas Floral. Yeah. Ugh. Love Christmas Floral. And then we have Delicate Pine Branches. And again, this is one that works perfectly, like, either way. Love that one. And then we have Tall Pines, which I really love. This one's neat because I like how the pines in the background are not as deeply embossed. So they literally do look like they're more in the background, and these ones look more in the foreground. Like, love it. Love so much. So yeah, a ton of embossing folders. I wasn't kidding when I said there was a lot with this release. So tons of those. And they're just gorgeous. Love. So we've got embossing folders. Then we've got this. I need to move. Okay, those are separate. There is a pack that you can get now of the Susie Plantamira Christmas tags with the combo wafer die set. So you've got all these pre-printed tags on distress watercolor paper. They're printed on the smooth side. So you can watercolor, Copics, color pencils, like you can use pretty much any medium to color these. And you get like 2 of each, and they're just adorable. Like legit adorable. Love it. And these you can, because this is a pack, it comes with the wafer dies, which I love. So this makes a really nice little gift too, you know, for someone maybe who's just starting out. These will fit in most of the smaller die cut machines. You could cut that, you know, so you could use these with that. So yeah, again, someone just starting out, this would be a kind of a fun little gift. So yeah, these wafer dies fit all of these tags. Like that's the way they were designed. So it's just a fun little pack. And I think they're adorable. I love it. Love it. So these were the large tag dies. These have actually been out for years. These are one of my favorite die sets. And then with this release, I think these are the same size. I want to check. We have the large standard tag and the large rounded tag. And funny enough, I've been wanting this for years, like the open version. So, pretty sure, are they the same? Yes, so if you have these, you don't necessarily need these, but I do love that these are open. Because, you know, the old style of wafer dies, they were all like this, like just solid and you couldn't really see. With this, it honestly doesn't matter. Like, I think it's just fine. Because it's pretty simple to line up, like right inside there, and you're good to go, you know? But I like a lot. So we have the large standard tag and the large round tag. So I was kind of excited. I was like, yay, now I have both options. You can never have enough in my opinion. Oops, put that in the wrong one. So again, options. That's what I love. So I'll have links to all of it, of course. So there's those. And then, let me get that out of the way. Other wafer dies that were a part of this release. We have this really pretty First Night wafer die. So just like so, I just die cut it from white cardstock and then I just put some navy cardstock behind it. But you could totally like inlay, like die cut it from multiple pieces and do, you know, inlay with different colors and then do the stars out of, you know, silver or gold, whatever. You could do inlay. My immediate thought though was like doing like an ink blended background. You could do a shaker as well if you want with something like this. But yeah, again, options. And I'm pretty sure, I think it was Nina Marie Trapani. I think I saw her card already. She actually die cut it and then I think she die cut it with a circle. So it was its own little standalone element. And I think she like added to your card. I saw it briefly and I haven't had a chance to look, but highly recommend. I think you'll find it if you click on the product listing for this, because Simon always adds pictures and links to videos using it to give inspiration. So we got that one. And then there is 2 botanical ones. So we've got the Etched Delicate Frond. Love. Same with snowflakes. You can never have too many like botanical type wafer dies. And I love like ones like this because you can die cut them from, you know, vellum, glitter paper, etc., etc. And you can like layer them together and they just look nice behind sentiments, all that stuff. And then same with this one. This is the Etched Berry Branch. And this one I was like, ooh, pearls will fit perfectly on there. You know, so you could actually make them red or white or whatever, you know. Love. Love. I was going to use this on that card I showed earlier, but I ended up not because I wanted the coloring I did to show up. So we got that. And then we have another hot foil plate. This is the large Thank You Swirl. This is also available as a stamp that was released or was it a wafer die? I think it was a wafer die. I can't even remember. My brain is mush. Anyway, we now have it in a hot foil version. So this is the large Thank You Swirl hot foil. And I foiled this with some Spellbinders rainbow. What is this? Just rainbow. So yeah, hello. I mentioned in a while ago that I was struggling for the longest time with hot foiling, so I hadn't done it in the longest time. But if you guys have been watching my videos, you know what I've been up to with the whole foiling thing, and I have ideas. So stay tuned. But yeah, there's just something mesmerizing about foil, and this rainbow foil is amazing. So we've got that one, and then I'm so excited. We have glitter paste. So excited. So they were able to get this in stock in time. This is the Decofoil Glitz glitter gel. So Decofoil's been making, you know, Glitz glitter gels for a long time. But they've got this pack of mini glitter paste, which is still a lot. Because like the normal size jars are quite huge. So it's a pack of the 6 colors, rainbow colors. So we've got cherry, sherbet, citrine, perfection, amethyst, and surf. And they're beautiful. They're so beautiful. I haven't even opened them yet because I just love, love, love. But yeah. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love. So yeah, especially for people that, you know, you don't like working with loose glitter. This is a fun way to get the glitter effects on things without having to work with loose glitter. So I love it. The colors are gorgeous. Like this one, the amethyst, they're all beautiful. Love. Love, 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 love. They're beautiful. So there's those. There is also, oh, stencils. They're kind of hiding behind the embossing folders. I missed them. Stencils. We've got several stencils in this release. So we've got the Holiday Boho Circle, which is also was an immediate favorite. You guys have seen me do, I did a ton of videos on. There was a couple of boho circles that Simon's released previously that I've done, like used in so many videos, because I don't know. They're similar in the sense to it, like a geometric, and I just love it. So they work for anything. Like I love. So there's that one. And then we have the Rustic Snowflake. I think that's really cute too. It's like you could just add some little pine branches and a sentiment, and I like. It's the Rustic Snowflake. And then there's this one. This is the Ornament Builder set. Like this wasn't, they were separate in the package that I received, and I was like, I don't like, these are cute patterns, but I didn't get it until I like they were meant to go together. So you have the ornaments, so you can ink blend those, and then you can use these to add patterns on top. So how cute is that? So you got all different styles that you can do, and then there's also these little like snowflake type elements and the little toppers and the little hangers, you know. I don't know. I just think that's so cute. So that's a set of 2. And then there's this one, the Christmas wreath. It's really popular. It's just, again, it's just pretty. Like so pretty. Love. So Christmas wreath. And then this is another set of 2. This is the layered holiday grid. So you've got your grid that you can do with, you know, whatever colors and blend. And then you've got these that fit within. So you can choose like how you want to do it. You know, you could do all different little squares. You've got the love, joy, and then just different little elements. The love with like the hearts and squares, you could totally do like Valentine's. Or just, you know, sort of generic. But yeah, how cute is that? Geometric. Love. So that one. And then for Slimline stencils, we have the candy canes. Cute. And I don't know why I like that these ones, they all make heart shapes. I just think that's really cute. So you could do like layer them if you wanted and like have a massive background, or just use them individually. Even though they're slimline, they'll work on A2. You just do whatever floats your boat. These will look really nice with that red glitter paste. Scrape that over there. Fun. So there's that one. And then we have the slimline rainbow. You know, this will work with that little rainbow set as well. So you've got a fun slimline rainbow, which would also work really nicely. Like you do a slimline card for just any sort of occasion, because you can never go wrong with rainbows. Whether you do rainbow colors or you could do like a ombre, like go from like darker to lighter color inks. Which ink? Speaking of ink, I'll get to that. Anyway, we had that, and then we have the slimline birch trees. This one's huge. Love. Again, will work nicely on slimline, but will also work on any size card, because, you know, you can just choose which trees you want to use, build your little background, and then you can add your little elements, all that fun stuff. So we got that. There are 2 packs of bling, which are hiding from me. There's one. Where'd the other one go? Where did it go? I just had, here it is. Okay, 2 packs of bling. We have the Glimmering Pines sequins and the Glittering Snow sequins. Love. Just pretty, you know? So we got those. And then I was really excited when I saw this. I was like, yay! So, Simon now has this fabulous little organizer. This is technically meant for the blending brushes, because you know Simon released all these fabulous blending brushes during September. So they will fit in here. You can fit all 10 blending brushes into this, you know, just like so, and fill it right up. And they're all like sturdy. They're not gonna go anywhere. So love it. However, I'm excited for this because I have one from that I've had for years. I don't even remember where I got it, but it's similar to this, but it's not as, the insert isn't as sturdy as this one, which makes me a little more happy because I use these to store all my most used tools. So all my little snips that you guys see, I keep my snips, my little Tim Holtz snips, my cutter bees, all my little pointy tool stuck on in there, my Studio Caudia embellishment wand, I stick that in there, Teflon bone folder, my fan brush that you guys see me use, I pop that in there, my tweezers, my Nouveau Aqua Shimmer pens, those fit, my Trinity pickup stick, so I can fit like literally everything. I have more than one Studio Caudia one. I have more than one bone folder just cause. All the little glue tubes like Studio Caudia, Lawn Fawn, Gina K, etc. Those fit in here too. Stick them all in there. So yeah, like all my most used tools that I reach for multiple times while I'm crafting, that's what I use to store them in. Like, and I'm glad because I wanted a second one because the one, like I said, the one I had isn't as like sturdy as this, but it's full. So I'm like, yay. So yeah, I can use the old one for some of my lesser used things, and then like this one I can use to store my, like all my sharper objects and things that like, yeah, I like how this has a, I don't know, a more sturdy, thicker insert, if that makes sense. And these all just sit like front and center on my desk, like within reach, so that I can grab whatever I need. And then when I'm done, pop it back in place, and then it just sits. So I'm not having to like dig through and like stab myself. Like my little die pick tool, I just keep that pointy side down and it just sits in there so I can grab it. Love it. Love. Happy. This makes me very happy. So there's that. And then last but certainly not least, I freaked out when the package got here. I knew these were coming. Heidi had mentioned it, that they were going to do this in November, and they were able to get them in stock. 15 new positively saturated inks. I'm so happy. I love it. Love it. Love it. More True Blues. I'm sure people are going to freak out over that. So yeah, 15 new ink colors. Yay! They released the first 15. Was that during September? My mind is mush, you guys. Like, brain is just blah. Anyway, Heidi had mentioned in a live video that they were aiming for November for another 15. The plan that they had, that she mentioned, so I'm not giving anything away, was to have 60 colors in total. So as of now, as of today, we're halfway there. Because there was the previous 15, which there's my stack. I'm not gonna like bring out all the ink pads because they're just stacked up. But the previous 15 colors was a set of yellows, a set of kind of orangey pinks, I would call them. And then we had the peachy colors, we had the aqua blues, we had the more, I call them celery greens, So we had all those. So first I'll just name, we got Sprout, Fairway, and Field for our green combo. And again, if you missed like me talking about these, I've used them in videos. I'm going to be using them more. Like the more colors I get, the happier I get. These inks are a completely different formula than Simon's inks previously. Those are separate. These positively saturated, they're 3 different shades. You can get them individually in sets of 3 or like the whole Big Daddy set. And these ones are a foam ink pad, and they are seriously saturated. When they say they're positively saturated, they seriously are. So the ink pad has the color and name. They also have the color label on one end, which I love because I like to, like, I look by color. You know, when it's like, oh, I want that light green, and I'll see it sitting there and I'm like, perfect. So all of them have a light, a medium, and a dark shade. They stamp beautifully. Like everything I've done so far with these, I've been so happy. They blend beautifully. They stamp beautifully. The colors are gorgeous. I'm excited about these colors. Cannot wait. Cannot wait to have all of them. But yeah, so we've got Sprout, Fairway, Field. We have Marine, Cadet, and Royal. So more of a true blue. And I'll show the swatches I stamped. We've got Melon, Cantaloupe, and Sherbet. Really pretty. Then we've got Bubblegum, Sweets, and Taffy. It's another colorway that I was like, y'all. And Browns, super excited. Latte, Cappuccino, and Mocha. And all of these I stamped onto Simon's. This is Simon's Smooth White cardstock. And I stamped them once. Like I inked them up once and stamped them once. Because I didn't want to like deepen the color or do like double stamping or anything. So we've got the Bubblegum, Sweets, Taffy. There's Marine, Cadet, and Royal. Latte, Cappuccino, Mocha, Melon, Cantaloupe. I love the names too. Love. And then Sprout, Fairway, and Field. And then like I said, the previous release was like we had the yellows. So those are kind of standalone. These were the other pinks they'd released. So you can like completely different. Like I said, these are more like coral. You know, and these are like pinky purple. So there's those ones. And then same with the orangey set from the previous release. They're very like peachy orange. Got peachy, grapefruit, and mandarin. And then these are more kind of a muted, I would call that. Like a muted neutral almost orange. Like just pretty. So those ones. And then the blues, of course, the last release, they were more aqua color. Which just like Seafoam, Surf and Ocean, love. So very, very different shades. And then same with the greens. Once I stamped them out, I was like, oh, these are very different. So Celery, Limelicious, and Perfection from a previous release was more like yellowy celery type greens. And then these are more like, you know, into your grass greens, more true greens in a sense. So love. Can never have too many colors. You can never have too many snowflakes. You can never have too much bling, too much fun. More is more. So yeah, those are the new colors. I am very, very happy with these inks. I'm loving that they are doing it in these like sets of 3. So you're getting like those options too. It's just nice because especially like more and more we're getting like layering stamp sets, layering stencils, those sorts of things. So it's just kind of nice. It's like, oh, if I want to do oranges, I've got 3, you know, or blues, you know. It just kind of removes a lot of the extra guesswork in my opinion. So obviously I'm biased because I work with Simon, but really I love it regardless. I wouldn't share it otherwise. But yeah, this release was a ton of fun. The inks I'm excited for, the embossing paste, or the glitter paste, and all those embossing folders. Like, oh, so much fun stuff. As always, I will link to everything in the description box below the video. On my blog, it's picture links. Way easier to like see everything at a glance. So, and that's always linked directly below my videos. So you guys don't have to go on any hunting or searching or anything like that. So yeah. I will have everything linked below. I'll link to the video I've already posted. I'll have more videos coming, so just stay tuned. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Follow me on my social medias if you don't already. And stay tuned. I will be back very soon with another video. Bye!